So if you guys are on glutathione, you've probably already noticed that there are certain times when your body might feel dehydrated. Sometimes when I take it right before bed, which is the only time I take my dosage, but I will definitely wake up a couple hours just like completely parched. It's like something about it, I think it's the bile production that it's stimulating is like, sucking out a lot of the water in our system. It's like if you have a child that has like, let's say diarrhea or something, or even if you're on like your period, you're losing like a lot of fluids. And it's interesting because like I didn't put the two and two together at first, like my first year on glutathione. I'm just now realizing that even though the bile is being produced and it's staying inside me until I release it, it still is sucking out the moisture or whatever, or the water out of my body. Like I thought mostly for people like becoming dehydrated, you'd have to actually expel everything, but for me, now that I'm able to keep in my rectal syringes overnight, which I was never able to do that the first year on glutathione, now that I'm able to do that, I'm noticing that I'm still waking up very, very, very thirsty before I've even expelled all of the bile that my body has been working very hard to produce while I sleep with my rectal syringe in. So yeah, make sure that you always have your water on hand, on deck. If you're drinking water, like let's say like a tap water or water from the fridge, and you notice that you're getting like, you're drinking water, but you still feeling thirsty, I would definitely look into getting some type of purified water, whether you're getting it in gallon jugs or you're buying like a 5-gallon jug and just like refilling that. There's like lots of different water kiosks where you can do this. This is what I've been doing, and so it's a very purified water, and there's lots of really good minerals in it, and also I think it's like a lot cheaper than like buying like a whole case of like water bottles or something like that. Also, you could just get your own water filter and filter out your tap water or something like that, but it just depends on what you want to do. But I definitely do see the correlation between the quality of water that you have and how hydrated your body is going to remain. But either way, like at night, if you notice when you have your rectal syringe in that you're just feeling so thirsty and you're just like waking up parched, this is just a side effect of the glutathione and the bile production. I wouldn't be alarmed because I do think you do want that bile production to happen. Like this is a very physical I guess effect that's happening, and to me, I would definitely be worried if I was doing rectal syringes and then I was leaving it in for hours and then it's just like I wasn't having that bile come out. Like, I know the bile is like the gross stuff, but that's really where all of the glutathione, like it's not only the glutathione that you're supplementing, it's also stimulating your body to make more. And so that's what makes this, I think, so definitely ups your game. And so I've been a week without adding baking soda to my glutathione, and I'm definitely going to continue on not adding baking soda to the glutathione. And so for those of you who are wondering, or if you've been trying it yourself, I do think that there might be something to it, that it might be stronger when you don't add the baking soda. So basically you would just have to add more water and just add enough water to where it's clear. So this means if you have to basically pull up, what would you call that, because you're not depressing it if you're pulling it, but if you have to fill up your syringe and then depress it in your rectum and then fill it up again and do it again, like that's completely fine. Even using that much water, my body was still able to hold it overnight, and I've still been getting the afterglow. Like I can tell the glow in the morning and my body's still making tons of bile. So I don't think there's anything wrong with using a little bit more water than what you normally would to be able, just to make sure that the glutathione is dissolved. Usually if the glutathione is like that milky white color, that's where you might have some irritation when, inserting it. So yeah, I would let it get to as close to clear as it can, or completely clear, and then go ahead and administer it. But yeah, the water thing is really, really important. You might notice, I've noticed that it's this is what brings me back to thinking that without using the baking soda, that it's actually making the glutathione stronger, is that I'm noticing that I'm getting even thirstier than I usually am. So the side effect of waking up and being thirsty or during like that bile production, it only happens when I'm on glutathione. When I was not on glutathione, I definitely did not have to wake up in the middle of the night and need water. I wasn't feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm so parched. And I was still drinking very high quality water. So it was only when I switched and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna drink my, the water that comes from like the fridge filter, and it was just like, I had to switch right back to like better water. And with both sides of, buying a very high pH water to just, getting a very ultra purified water and everything in between, and then just drinking tap water. And I highly recommend you worrying about the type of water that you're drinking. This past week of not having the baking soda, it's just like I'm getting even more parched. So it's like, okay, what's changed? The only thing that's changed is me not adding the baking soda. So I feel like the glutathione is just stimulating things stronger than it normally would. Now, if you are using baking soda, obviously I was still getting results, so it's like, it's not like that it makes it completely inactive. I'm just saying that I really do believe that it makes it stronger when you don't add the baking soda. Why that is, I do not know. There are definitely glutathione mixture patents on the market where they do have baking soda in there. How much baking soda is in there, I do not know, but I mean, who doesn't want their glutathione to be a little stronger? So it's only been 1 week and I'm already like, yes, I'm gonna keep with this. So we'll see how it continues over this next month of glutathione. So at my 8-month update, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but so far this is what I've noticed. There's like a couple of YouTubers on here where they will go into saunas, or they will do some type of very strenuous, well, I would say cardio, like any type of cardio where like it gets their blood pumping and sweat. So you're doing cardio, just like, not just like a little bit of cardio like where it gets your blood pressure up, it's just like enough cardio to where you're sweating. So I've been doing that as well, meaning that now I have to drink even more water because I'm losing the water that my body had. But also, like, sweating and glutathione, it's like helping getting those toxins out. And I swear to you guys, it's boosting the glutathione levels. Like, I think there was an article about this, and I already shared it in another video maybe like a month ago, where it was saying that exercise does help with you naturally boosting your glutathione levels. But again, if you're gonna do something like that where you're gonna like sweat out the toxins, allowing the glutathione to work even more and to reach every cell, now you get to drink even more water. So I think I drink about probably 3 liters. Let me make sure I know how many ounces is in a liter before I say that, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I drink 3 liters. Okay, so yeah, I'm drinking about 3 liters, if not more, of water every day, and sadly I have to drink even more when I'm doing exercises that are making me sweat. I'm only really doing the cardio like every other day, so it's not like too much, but a great way if you don't want to actively do cardio just because you just might not like it, I think would be just getting a gym membership and doing some type of sauna, or maybe getting some type of one of those like sweatsuits, and you could just go sit outside or something. Especially if you live in a very hot place, like the sweatsuit would be enough to cover you, and you could just sweat it out on your back porch or something. I don't know, it's just an idea, but there is definitely a correlation to sweating and increasing your glutathione and basically moving out those old toxins. Another way would be to do like an enema or something like that. That's just getting like the buildup out of your colon and everything, and allowing you to basically be able to absorb all of your supplements better. But I think sweating is also a very powerful detox tool. So a combination of these, or just do one or the other, whichever, I mean, it's really, really helpful.